This presentation of the ACC on ESPN. A heavily anticipated collision of two top 12 teams, the undefeated 6th-ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame and the 12th-ranked Clemson Tigers. There's so many elements tonight, including the elements. The rain started to come down, and it's supposed to get much worse in a while here.
You know, it's something to keep an eye on, obviously. We're hearing maybe the second half it could get really nasty. For now, it's raining. As you can see, that front is moving this way. When you look at this game from an XO standpoint, I think it could be hard for them to run their tailback, Wayne Gallman, in this game. Because of that, they rely on tempo to be an equalizer. This is a similar offense that you see when you watch Auburn, or it's a similar offense that you see when you watch Ole Miss. The group's been one of the most resilient teams in college football in this first month, and a lot of that has to do with the way Deshaun Kaiser's night here so far about CJ Prosise and what a great start he is off to. He needs to be able to get on track to take some of the pressure off. Will Fuller, the big playmaker on the outside, number 7.
Kearse, thanks so much, Coach. We talked about the difficulty preparing for this environment, especially with an inexperienced quarterback. What have you seen today leading up to this moment that gives you confidence in Deshaun Kaiser?
Well, it wasn't very loud up to this moment, so we'll see what happens. But, you know, he's a pretty poised kid. He's a mature kid. He knows what to expect. He's going to have to go in there and command the offense because it's not going to get any quieter out here. So his play will help. Obviously, if he plays well, we'll keep it quiet, but, you know, he knows what he's in for. And, Coach Kelly, we knew this weather was coming. You guys practiced with wet footballs all week, but how does this weather affect the way that you call this game? Well, I mean, obviously the field conditions are pretty good right now, so we'll run our offense. We may have to go underneath center a little bit more. Be careful. You got to take care of the football in these conditions.
For Watson. And he takes off up the middle. Watson breaking free across midfield, flashing the speed down the sidelines and driven out. Good call, Coach Herbstreit.
Yeah, we talked about him in the open. Sheldon Day on the defensive line, number 91.
Scott's in the backfield on 3rd and 5 when they flip it to him in the flat, but he had to spin around, makes the man miss, gets a first down, and dives to the 12-yard line. Watson had trouble collecting this snap. It was an awkward handoff to Gallman, who loses a yard as Watson rolls out, flips it in the flat. Catch made. Jordan Leggett dives for a touchdown.
Football game. Nice job of, then we talked about recognizing things, awareness. He saw the blitz. They got a one-on-one opportunity. The linebacker could not get out in time to be able to make. There's got to be a leader, and Mackensie Alexander, number 2.
Prosise again. Nowhere to run as the Tigers swarm the middle. Kaiser needs 15. Cannot find anybody. Keeps the play alive. Shows elusiveness. They'll be dropped 10 yards short of the marker. The punter for the Irish off to a terrific start, averaging 47 yards a kick. This is not a good one, though. Off the side of his foot. And they'll spot this ball back in Notre Dame territory against Georgia Tech that loomed very big in that Irish home field win. On 2nd and 10, play action. Watson fires downfield. Catch made. Hunter Renfro, the sure-handed possession receiver, beat KeiVarae Russell.
Boy, the thing that stood out to me in these conditions is he gets outside. They're blitzing him, but how about the hands of Renfro's advantage?
I thought maybe they might take the tempo down a bit with the wet football. Not so far. Watson, slant. Scott fights free and walks in. A 1-2 punch from the Tigers. And the Irish on the ropes early. Wake up to C.J. Sanders at the 3. He's free. Sanders finally wrestled out at midfield, so good field position for the Irish, but Brian Kelly and his young quarterbacks need 6 on 3rd. Kaiser, well protected, delivers a strike, and Chris Brown makes a first down catch inside the 40. Brown
with the All-American Ronnie Stanley, the left tackle from Notre Dame, but again, early in this game, that Clemson defensive line, all new starters this year.
Lawson, the defensive end, downfield to make the tackle there. KeiVarae wrestled down to the backfield by Mr. Lawson, who can rush the passer. He can create mayhem. He's strong against the run. Tigers show some pressure. KeiVarae rolls away from it and delivers incomplete. There's a flag down. It was Alize Jones, the talented freshman.
Well, Johnson's got to be thinking.
Pass interference, defense, number 18. Spot foul, automatic first down.
You know, he just makes a mental mistake here, and he's frustrated, but he definitely got early to the receiver. I mean, he's in there.
That matchup unfolds tonight. Tigers show some pressure up the middle. Irish pick it up, and KeiVarae delivers incomplete. Delivered a hard shot that
Number 10 got a hand on this football right there. No, he did not. Ball's coming in just fast, hot. And it was tough for Carlisle to be able to secure that. It would have been a first down if he came up with it.
For 6 on the young season. This from 46 yards. And he shows why he's one of the top kickers in the country. Good Nashville product. Booms it through Irish on the middle. There's a first down attempt. KeiVarae over the middle. Catch made. That's Corey Robinson. Receiver who just has been dealing with a knee 5 times, -5 yards. Now the Tigers showing pressure off the edge. KeiVarae has to dodge, does get away, and has plenty of room. KeiVarae down to the 40-yard line. Finally, the tackle is made.
Now he can actually run this right here with Prosise. See the lineman downfield or throw it out here. He couldn't do either. So what does he do? He runs it himself. That was a play to
on this third down. KeiVarae rolls and throws behind the receiver, and it's incomplete. For Yoon, so Newsom is on the punt, trying to improve in his first effort. Just drops the point, kicks it high and short, and the Irish coverage team will down it at the 3. Led 14-0. The Irish tack on a field goal. Back after this message and a word from your local.
What I can tell you is the rain has remained steady. It is expected to rain a good 2 to 3 inches throughout this game and get worse in the second half. But Chris, what has changed is the wind has certainly picked up. It's gusting about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and it's expected to gust up to 25 miles an hour.
It's trying to take control of this, not to mention fill the shoes of Chad Morris.
Empty backfield, and it was a design run all the way, but big Sheldon Day wouldn't let the quarterback get away. Yeah, exactly. If there's one guy who can spot him, it is number 9. Hand it back off inside. Breaking free, Brooks. And that's a nice run. Short. And so Teasdale's in to punt. It's a good one with the wind at his back. A little bounce and roll dead at about the 10-yard line. Now you're right. They only rush 4. KeiVarae has some time and completes it on the far side there. Torrey Hunter Jr. spins across the 30. So that time with plenty. Number 16 got 16 yards. Instead, they handed to Prosise. This time does get around the edge. A hard knock by Bullware on the running back.
Big hits, a lot of.
You like number 10, don't you?
I do.
Inked up,
I do.
jacked up linebacker.
Well, again, think about what they lost last year, and look how he fills. I mean, he's coming around. He's got tremendous speed. He just throws his left shoulder right in to the headgear there of the shoulder.
Got to hurry. Did KeiVarae not spot the play clock? Here comes a flag. It was Kelly.
Play again.
Didn't get the timeout.
5-yard penalty.
It's going to happen, Kirk.
Yep.
Young quarterback in 12. And another
mistake, right tackle.
False start. Offense. Number 68. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
It's Mike McGlinchey, the junior tackle from Philadelphia.
Watch the center's head. He puts it down and back up.
2 in the play clock. Does he see it? And there's another flag. A 3rd straight penalty for this Irish offense going backwards. Gotta go, says Brian.
Well, Brian Kelly can call a timeout from the sideline.
And 3rd and 17. A rush 4. KeiVarae has protection. Delivers a throw off the hands of Fuller. So the top receiver went up but could not collect the wet ball at midfield. First time they've even looked his way. 12 seconds to go. That heave from KeiVarae when they were in the wrong protection. He just threw it up anyway. But that was a costly drop. Now a fumble on the punt. Scott was backpedaling. It bounced off his chest. Looks like the Tigers.
History. Clemson, none. Which two Clemson players have the highest Heisman Trophy finish? Two guys who finished sixth.
It was a completion to Torrey Hunter Jr. We'll ponder that as the Irish Jew move. See if they can get Prosise going. Nope. Flags come flying as Kevin Dodd, the other bookend opposite Lawson. Country tackles for loss last year.
Offense number 56. That penalty's declined. Second down.
Boy, Kirk, that group was manhandling Texas in June. Big difference between 3rd and 3, 3rd and 8. Keiser gets away. Here's another flag. They're going to get a hold in the backfield. Can the quarterback escape? He does get first down yardage, but this is going to come back. As Clemson's guys are whipping them up front, and the Irish getting rattled and confused.
That was a great matchup because it was Ronnie Stanley against Shaq Lawson, and Shaq Lawson won the battle.
Offense number 56. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
Boy, Lawson's been a beast tonight.
Lawson at the top on this spin move. Spin move right there. Two offensive linemen. They both had to hold him.
Great tackle.
Great form. Look at that. Stanley, you're talking about Ronnie. One of the great minds in college. He's been up in the NFL. He's come back to work with Notre Dame faster this year in this second year.
Let's see if Van Gorder's defense can get Watson off the field. A third down throw was dangerous into traffic. Redfield was closing in. So Van Gorder's defense, another positive series. Another punt from Teasdale. And a fair catch. Juggled but recovered by C.J. Sanders.
This is the matchup. He's kept Fuller quiet tonight so far.
Oh, almost intercepted across the middle of Boulware. Had his hands on it as Keiser didn't spy him. Tigers again showing pressure. They bring a bunch of it. Keiser has time, but a couple receivers in the pattern. Now a flag comes down in the secondary.
Holding. Defense number 11. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That's a great call. Amir Carlisle. Alexander does it again up here. That's a great matchup. Does he bail?
Keiser has the ball. Goes downfield for Robinson, who makes close to making the catch in his hands.
Remember I talked about this, and also watch this down the middle of the field. This is part of being young and being a quarterback. They bring the blitz, and look right here how it breaks free, and look at this open man right there. These are things he already had locked in on Robinson. Robinson
The
had
third easiest guy, right, in that route. 3rd and 10 across the middle. That's Hunter making a catch, but hit hard by Blanks, short of a first down. So 4th down. Ball spotted.
Georgia, Ohio State, Oklahoma.
So Newsom to punt into a wind, drops the point and kicks a short kick, but a nice roll. And so inside of 30 seconds, Clemson will have the...
And Deshaun Watson got off to a very quick start, 14-3 before Notre Dame settled down, but Dabo Swinney still.
That you really wanted to force Deshaun Keiser into making some bad reads, some uncomfortable situations. How have you been able to do that so far?
Well, we haven't done a great job on 3rd down, and when we have done a good job, we're getting penalties. So we got to clean that up. I mean, we've had them in jail a couple times, and we bailed them out with some stupid penalties. So we got to fix that. But hey, offensively, love to start with it. We had a couple of field position issues where we were able to flip it back. So hey, we just got to settle in, come out and play a great second half. But we know they're a great team, and it's going to be a great half. So we just got to get in here and get a few things cleaned up.
See if Sanders collects it on the hop. And the freshman follows some blockers, breaks a tackle, loses the ball. And Clemson says they've got it at the 30. The kicker, Lacob, who comes off a suspension, came flying down there, may have knocked the ball loose.
I think he did. I mean, he knocked it.
Wow.
I mean, this is incredible technique. He put his helmet right on the football. For Clemson.
Scott in motion. Watson does keep it and heads to the end zone.
Pacific Life game summary and talked about the fast start, Deshaun Watson, awareness, accuracy, decision-making, and also tonight his legs. Great blocks downfield. Got the look that they wanted. They motioned the man over, opened up perfectly. How about this Clemson defense? We're about to see him again, making it very, very tough on CJ Prosise. When he is running the football, just nowhere to go, nothing but orange jerseys.
So the Irish thought they would get the ball, Kirk, down 14-3, and now a fumble. The ball is loose, scooped up by Kearse. A second turnover. And Clemson a chance now to blow this open as the Irish self-destruct.
Offense, he finally gets a little bit of room to work with. The contact from Bulware, the club that comes through, the ball is down. They had a little bit of room. And there's the safety, Kearse, jumping on top of the football. But this is big. And I think Dabo Swinney and his offensive coordinators, they sense an opportunity here. Let's see if Notre Dame's defense can step up.
Yeah, pump fake. It's a screen in traffic. The catch is made by talented true freshman Ray McLeod, but a short gain.
And Jaylon Smith, nice job there. Peak at the top.
3rd and 9, looks back to the left. Lobs it down the field. Scott with a diving attempt. Could not come up with it. Had a chance to make a ball as a
coverage. He decides to go to one of his go-to guys, Scott. The ball is absolutely perfectly thrown on the outside shoulder. You see the separation. Scott did what he needed to do at the line of scrimmage to pull away from Luke. The ball is thrown to the outside shoulder where he can go away from the defender.
And it's a fake, or it's a punt. Hugo just takes the direct snap and pooches it down there and shows pretty good touch. Quarterback's got good touch, so does the kicker.
Smart decision.
Yep, here they come. They pick it up well, flipped in the flat. Prosise makes the catch and gets free. CJ Prosise brought down across the 40. It was a saving tackle. Keiser looked right, didn't have anybody, and he's dragged down behind the line of scrimmage by Carlos Watkins. Keiser steps up. Nowhere to go. Dragged down again. Had time initially, but no one to throw to. See Kelly asking him, what did you see? Scott just gets away from it, and the ball will roll out of bounds. Hand it off to Gallman on the edge. Boy, you could hear the pads pop. It was 9 versus 9.
Hold your breath with a guy that had an ACL 10 months ago.
Rolls out on 3rd down. Fires near side. Tipped. Is it a catch? No ruling yet. They're talking about it. Yes, on a tip. Renfro came up with it.
Losing possession of it. Why?
Maybe the best angle here. Right. Yeah, I think he's got possession after he's already out of bounds.
See, people think, right, it's not about that, because I'm telling you, he loses the ball and now his feet are in the air. I don't think that's a completion.
It's a huge potential overturn. It would be 4th and 7.
Again, watch the ball.
Taken away.
Watch the ball. It's in the air, and then and then his feet go into the air.
The ruling on the field, the player did not maintain possession, therefore it is incomplete. 4th down and 7. Ball be placed on the right hand.
Not popular here, but we think correct. So it is 4th down on a punt coming up instead of 1st down. Headed this way.
No doubt.
On 1st down, Keiser has to sidestep the rush and delivers to a wide open man. Dropped again. This time it was Torrey Hunter Jr.
Opened up a nice running lane.
They pitch it near side. Gallman spins back and gets in the open field and moves the chains again to the 42. So now the Tiger running game beginning to get revved up. It's Brooks that comes in motion. They give it to him and he fumbles it, still booting it around. Excuse me, that's Ray McLeod, 34, and it's an incomplete pass because it was a pop pass where he was going and didn't secure the ball. Watson spun around and hit for a loss. So the Irish defense gets in there. Cole Luke, but he's in blue tonight. Watson, a downfield shot, and a flag comes in. Hunter Renfrow was tackled by KeiVarae Russell. To Karam.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 6. 15-yard penalty.
Not the guy you expect to go deep, but he beat Russell.
No, he gets around him and shows some pretty good quickness. He gets outside. Russell's known as the top cover corner for Notre Dame. He's in pretty good position, actually, but right at the end, as Renfrow's going for the football.
Now, they lob it down deep. Peak. Juggled it. Luke was defending, and it's picked off.
See, I got to say something. You're down 21-3, right? Isn't that the score?
Yeah.
It's 21-3. and you just make it a play, and you're still talking to the crowd. I mean, you made a great play. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, and you're worried about looking up to the crowd and giving them the sign. I just don't understand that. We see that all over college football and NFL football. It makes no sense to me. You're losing.
To stretch those out, just went up to both of his receivers and said, "We've got this. We've been here before," referencing the Virginia come from behind win.
I do, thank you. Prosise trying to spin free, spins again, and gets a first down to the 40. They were not down 18 to Virginia.
No.
Absolutely. Number 1 in yards per game, pass efficiency, tackles for loss, and third down, and they are looking like they're not missing a beat in 2015. Back after this message and a word from your local ABC station. 4th year, his defense has improved its points allowed every year. Well, Keiser gives a fake and loops it down wide open as Prosise on the sidelines stays in bounds and scores. So there's that chunk play for the Irish. He did stay in bounds. He tightrope down the sidelines.
For a touchdown. That play is under further review.
Did not see him touch the sideline. It was very close right after he made the catch.
I know this will be a great look.
No, I think he stayed in.
I don't know. I don't think the heel.
Review here.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
It's the 8th touchdown this year for the Irish. Keiser looks that way, throws it to the tall guy who can't get it. Robinson is 6'5". That went off his hands again.
And he put it exactly where the big man could go up and climb the ladder and make the catch. He just wasn't able to hold on to it.
Real good sequence for Corey Robinson. Turkey pointed out he wasn't on the field. He had to spend a timeout, and then a very catchable pass.
Yeah, I mean, that's big to be able to get this game. The numbers aren't going to blow you away, but I think he's just made the plays that he's needed to make at crucial moments. And the 3 touchdowns. And for Keiser, a young guy who is literally learning with every single rep that he takes from Fort Myers.
They try Gallman, who cuts back inside, breaks the tackle. Gallman, the midfield. And finally chased down inside the 25-yard line. Max Redfield saved the touchdown, but Gallman gets loose. High and Tide coming in. This is Watson now. A safe play in the rain. He keeps it and makes a nice gain.
I was just going to say, you're up by.
Seth Ryan is the holder on a wet night. Does a good job to get it down. And Hugel knocks it through. So 10:56 to play, and the Tigers, we knew that it was going to be a situation which quarterback, which receivers could handle the wet conditions. Fuller with a drop that would have been a first down at midfield. Robinson, a would-be touchdown, and again a would-be two-point conversion. It's been Clemson's receivers. They haven't been perfect, but they've been a little more sure-handed.
And now with 10:52 remaining in his football game, it's not just about trying to put points on the board. They're trying to get a 3 and out.
Keiser has good protection, steps free, now decides to take off. And the big fella loses the ball. Bouncing around, the Irish have recovered. It was Prosise right there. Lawson left to have a sleeve put on his knee. Keiser has time, flips it off again, and it's a wide open Chris Brown. And the Irish are beginning to find some space in the secondary. Brown runs through a couple tackles and finally one. Keeper, Keiser, touchdown. And the Irish are coming back.
We just said, you not only do you need to score, can't get over how he sits in the pocket and how much time he has and how he doesn't panic.
Scott, a yard deep. And the Irish coverage team had him corralled, but Artavis Scott breaks free now. chased out of bounds by the kicker at the 45-yard line.
Down. Then he picks up about another 25 or 30 yards and throws in a little stiff arm at the end there.
Dodd comes in motion. Watson hands, flips it short. Catch made, but have hit immediately. Eliza's shoemate knocked down. Leg at the tight end, and Clemson. KeiVarae has Prosise out of the backfield. Didn't see him and throws a pick. B.J. Goodson, the linebacker, makes a huge interception and a tough decision from the young quarterback.
Slide out over here, and he's wide open, but he ends up just forcing this football, and I don't think he gave Woodson much of a chance of, or Goodson, that he thought he could make this play, and he shows some pretty good closing speed.
Watson running all the way, but running right into traffic. Dropped for a loss. 7-point game. A low boot, and it hooks. Missed it. So the interception doesn't produce points, and the Irish still down only 8. Empty backfield. KeiVarae pressured. Dropped. Carlos Watkins joined by Christian Wilkins.
Trying to pick up some time.
He lost 9 yards. And second and long, KeiVarae flips it short. Brown has running room. And Chris Brown's loose. Tripped up, but into Clemson territory. Deshaun KeiVarae trying to do the same thing. Robinson's in motion. Fuller has the catch on the edge and has some blocks. And he's loose. Fuller swerving to the secondary down to the 11.
When was the last time?
They need the 2-point conversion, of course. Lob to the end zone. Broken up over there. That was Tankersley knocking the ball out of Brown's hands.
He wants to be able to get this football thrown a little bit further in the corner. That's what the fans from the Notre Dame fans are upset about. Look at that, grabbed onto the jersey. Yeah. I mean, how are you supposed to go up there and make a play?
Flat out missed that interference call. KeiVarae looks left. Dumps it short. Catch made. And taking a shot, losing the ball. Clemson's got it. Chris Brown had the ball, was headed toward the end zone for a potential game-tying touchdown, and it was knocked free.
And looks
Goodson,
like on the one, Kearse gets in there. There's the initial hit. Then the left hand jars the ball loose. And then the middle linebacker, B.J. Goodson, jumps right on top of it.
It is the 4th Notre Dame turnover, all of them in the second half. So they've been able to make some big plays, but
45 with about a minute to go. Still time to do what they need to do.
On 3rd and 6, a very safe play as Watson keeps it, but does not get much. Unwalu, the linebacker, stopped him, and now they'll spend that final timeout with 1:13.
That they've got to, I think, be concerned about.
Best starting field position for the Irish. Snapped it at 1. Lost the ball. Just came out of his hand.
Okay, remember, no timeouts. He's got to have some urgency here. They work on this. He doesn't have a ton of experience in this.
They bring some pressure. Fires, far side, sliding play, catch made. Carlisle's got a first down in the red zone.
How about that? They bring.
Here's the catch.
Gets his hands underneath. Gets the legs involved, whatever it takes to hold on to that football. But I couldn't believe the way he just sat in that pocket and waited for Carlisle to break free.
KeiVarae flips it near side. Prosise breaks a tackle. Gets down to the 2.
Clock stops with the first down. A missed tackle there by Clemson. They had him inbounds and short of the first down. They were not able to pull him down. How about the strength there of Prosise?
Well, Clemson wasn't even set. They were trying to clock the ball, but the chains really weren't even set up.
Illegal substitution. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Still first down.
What do? Do you dare run the ball with no timeouts where you think it's stopped short?
I don't think.
KeiVarae loops it for the end zone. Touchdown! Torrey Hunter Jr. with 7 seconds to play. The Irish are a 2-point conversion away from over.
Perfectly executed to open it up. Exactly the same situation, the same side of the field, but this time Will Fuller, give him credit. He looks into the quarterback instead of like
OT. Keiser rolls, runs into traffic and comes up a yard short. Bulware, Watkins, and the Clemson defense rises up.
The defensive line of Clemson. Watch Dodd and watch Watkins work here, and then you have the safeties and linebackers come in and help out.
And it does not get the kangaroo hop and is fielded by the Tigers, who are going to take a knee with a hard-earned. That is a very relieved head coach.
He's emotional right now. It's a big win for his program. Think about this in the last 3 years. Relief, but just he is so darn proud of his program and what they built here.
Yeah, forget the stats. Clemson is outgained big time. Notre Dame mistakes crucial for.
Looking like they didn't have any chance at all. They had 4 turnovers. They're outgained by over 100 yards. How in the world is that football team going to have a chance to come back and have a shot at a 2-point conversion and getting it into overtime? But they did it. So give them credit. They can build on this.
You know, the Tigers have some tough folks ahead.
Congratulations. What does this kind of a win do for your program?
Well, it makes us 4-0, and it keeps us on track for what we're trying to do, and that's, you know, have a great season. Hey, hats off to Notre Dame. You know, we had them down. They fought back. That's what great teams do. Well coached. But, man, I'm just so proud of our team. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, it ain't always perfect, but what I told them tonight was, listen, we give you scholarships, we give you, you know, stipends and meals and a place to live. We give you nice uniforms. I can't give you guts, and I can't give you heart. And tonight, hey, it was BYOG, bring your own guts. And they brought some guts and some heart, and they never quit to the last play. And thank you to the good Lord